had been made to believe that the average human should consume 3 meals a day, plus snacks and drinks. But the truth is that this amount of food is not necessary to maintain a healthy body and mind. Food companies and pharmaceutical industries push for excessive food consumption in order to make an ever-growing profit. The bottom line is that healthy people who exercise and engage in fasting are not profitable enough for these billion-dollar companies. The sad reality is that many people today lack self-control and do not eat out of hunger, but purely for the comfort and enjoyment of food. This has sparked a rise in obesity and many other diseases. The Prophet, peace be upon him, emphasized the habit of eating less as a method of preventing sickness and disease. He said, "Nothing is worse than a person who fills his stomach. It should be enough for the son of Adam to have a few bites to satisfy his hunger. If he wishes more, it should be 1/3 for his food, 1/3 for his liquids, and 1/3 for his breath." Effects of fasting on the brain. Professor Mark Mattson at Johns Hopkins University, chief of the Laboratory of Neuroscience with the National Institute on Aging. He has published a number of papers that can explain how fasting 2 times a week can reduce the chances of developing Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease, which are on the rise. We've known for quite some time that alterations to one's diet impacts brain functionality. Neuroscientists have found that overfed brains are more likely to become impaired. Mattson reports that fasting causes an array of neurochemical alterations in the brain. Abstaining from food boosts cognitive function, decreases inflammation, and helps one cope with stress. Fasting is the equivalent of issuing a challenge to one's brain. The brain responds by modifying stress pathways and consequently reducing the risk for various diseases. A person who fasts empowers his brain to boost its protein production and catalyze the growth of neurons and bonds between neurons. Memory ability and learning aptitude increase in response to fasting as it stimulates the creation of ketones and mitochondria in neurons/nerve cells. Fasting even bolsters the fortitude of synapses. In some instances, fasting helps create new nerve cells from the hippocampus's stem cells. Fasting for DNA repair. Professor Mattson has also found that those who practice fasting are more likely to enjoy enhanced nerve cells that repair DNA. Fasting can protect the immune system, as refraining from food consumption helps stem cells self-renew from a dormant state. Fasting essentially destroys old, compromised immune cells and catalyzes stem cells to form a brand new, perfectly healthy cells. In 2007, a scientific review of studies centered on fasting was printed in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. The review determined that fasting is an effective means of reducing cancer, as well as cardiovascular disease. The article also provided evidence that fasting has the potential to treat diabetes. It is clear that fasting boosts the brain's health and functionality, as well as the integrity of the cells throughout the body. The problem? You'll most likely never hear about any studies performed by the pharmaceutical industries or any food companies regarding the merits of fasting. Their agenda is clear: encourage human beings to overeat and sell them pharmaceuticals to alleviate the negative consequences of such a gluttonous diet. However, you do not have to eat 3 square meals each and every day. You have the power to read about the benefits of fasting and incorporate this knowledge into your everyday life.
Lifestyle medicine is the use of lifestyle interventions directed at the treatment, management, and prevention of disease.
I just want to take a minute to talk about all the potential benefits of fasting. I made another longer lecture that goes into much more detail about the background of fasting, how it works, the potential risks and dangers of fasting, and fasting as it regards to weight loss and cleansing. I would strongly encourage you to watch that whole video if you're interested in learning more about fasting. Right now I'm just going to go over all the potential benefits of fasting from various studies and research as quickly as I can. In animal models, we see the following potential benefits. One study showed that it could extend lifespan and improve health. Another study showed better insulin control and reduced nerve cell injury. Studies have also shown reduced risk of diabetes, heart disease, and certain types of cancer. And more recently, in a rat study, it showed an improvement in the immune system. In various human studies, we see the following potential benefits. Improved asthma and reduction in certain inflammatory markers, reduction in heart rate, blood pressure, cholesterol, and triglycerides, potentially helpful with Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, a reduction in inflammatory markers, including CRP, interleukin-6, and homocysteine, reduced risk of diabetes in at-risk folks, and an increase in human growth hormone. More research is needed regarding the immune system, any benefits to the digestive tract, and psychological benefits. And finally, I will add that very few of these studies are robust, randomized clinical trials. While all of this preliminary research is promising and interesting, much more research is needed to identify any true benefits and long-term effects.
Something that has become widely popular in the health field is restricting your calorie intake and fasting. The terminology used is called intermittent fasting. Fasting can help your body to fight off disease, get rid of harmful toxins, and live a happy and a healthy life. There are several different kinds of fasting, where you restrict your calories for a whole day or part of the day, and either for a couple of days a week or on a daily basis. The three most popular methods of intermittent fasting are outlined below. The 16-8 method. When using this method, you would skip breakfast and then restrict your daily eating to 8 hours. You would then fast for another 16 hours. The Eat, Stop, Eat method. When using this method, you would fast for 24 consecutive hours once or twice per week. The 5-2 diet method. When using this method, you would consume only 500 to 600 calories on 2 non-consecutive days of the week. Yet on the other 5 days of the week, you would eat as you normally do. Despite which method you follow, here are some benefits for adding intermittent fasting to your lifestyle. 1. Helps you live longer. Many people are aware of the ability to prolong your lifespan with intermittent fasting. A study was conducted in 2000 which looked at the results of short-term, repeated fasting on the lifespan of female mice. Not surprisingly, the results showed that mice that fasted lived a significantly longer life than the full-fed mice. After reviewing several studies, researchers came to the conclusion that intermittent fasting is able to protect rodents from diabetes, cancer, heart disease, and degeneration of the brain. The results were also studied in humans, which revealed that intermittent fasting helped to reduce obesity, high blood pressure, asthma, and rheumatoid arthritis. So, it is easy to see that intermittent fasting can help you to not only live a longer life, but a healthier one as well. This type of fasting has the ability to help your body fight diseases and live a long, prosperous life. 2. Helps you lose weight and belly fat. Not surprisingly, intermittent fasting has the ability to help you lose weight. This is because when fasting, you eat fewer meals and therefore fewer calories. Also, with changing your eating pattern and the amounts of food you consume each day, you will increase your metabolism and help your body to burn even more calories. Since intermittent fasting can help you to lose weight, it can also help to burn fat across your midsection. This fat, belly fat, is extremely harmful to your body. It sits in your abdomen and puts you at risk for diabetes, high cholesterol, and heart issues. 3. Reduces cardiovascular risk. Fasting can also help your body's cardiovascular issues, since it helps to lower your blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and blood sugar levels. All of these, when high in concentration, place your body at risk for heart disease. There was a study conducted in 2014 that concluded that intermittent fasting can help to protect your cardiovascular system and your heart from such damaging effects, as well as reduce any inflammation or swelling in and around the heart. 4. Repairs cellular damage. Fasting can also help to repair any damaged cells within your body and help to remove any harmful toxins from your pre-existing cells. As you may know, it is important for your body to maintain healthy cells in order to live a long, healthy life. However, cells can become damaged due to oxidative stress, which can speed up the aging process and cause multiple health issues. Intermittently fasting can safely and effectively repair any cell damage within your body and can prevent damage in any pre-existing cells. 5. Lowers diabetes risk. Unfortunately, diabetes is a very common disorder that affects many people today. However, if your blood